Nigeria is in real danger. We need a lot of air. They're already destroying Nigeria. Nigeria is not like this before. We need a lot of air. Things are too expensive. We don't know what to do. Sometimes I'm not going to eat in the morning afternoon. It's only when my dad comes back. All the work he did, sometimes he may not make more than 5,000. He's going to trek from his working place to home. We don't have any food at home. We don't have any food store. We are begging the government, and I'm always struggling so that we can make it in Nigeria. Our school, if rain falls, some of them are going to swim and come out of school because we don't have any place to follow. That's the only gate we have, and we have to school. All of our stuff full of water, except most of the time that rain falls, we don't have anywhere to pass except inside. Nigeria need a lot of change, Agility there is a rough road. People are just stealing. There's nothing we can do except some of them that will lock the door because of they don't want anything to happen to them. We are risky. That place is very risky. We need help. We need help. We need help in Nigeria. They should help us. We need a young person that's going to come, that's going to rule Nigeria very well. A person that has passed through a lot, that know how everything about Nigeria. We need a change in Nigeria. We have to change. We need change. This is boring. We need a help. I'm coming from my 12 to this place because sometimes I will trek because I don't have money with me. We need a change in Nigeria. They should please help us. We need a young person that's going to help us in this neighborhood.
What we have in Nigeria today is no longer hunger. It has depreciated, derailed from hunger to starvation. Number one, we have economic starvation. Because of lack of funds, people cannot afford to give their children what they desire. Common pap, the government cannot say bad as bad. Let's give households pap. Okay. Now, we now have this starvation that it is caused by lack of food on its own. No money is a different thing. There is money, there is no availability of food. So now the situation we are now is there is starvation in the land. And this starvation has resulted to our children being malnourished. Health-wise, they are malnourished. Academically, they are malnourished. Morally, they are malnourished. And I have said it several times. We are working, we are speaking, we are striving for the children we call the future of tomorrow. But if you look at it very well, these children, we have put them in a canoe, we are trying to paddle them to their future, to their destination, gradually. But they've taken the sticks in their own hand. They paddle their own life now. These children don't care about the consequences of what they do. That is why you realize that it is bad, because there is malnutrition in the land. Our children are sick. How many people can afford to buy SMA? How many people can afford to buy naan? How many people can afford to buy Cerelac, which is the most common food? Does the government even understand that they can subsidize for these things? If you're earning 30,000 naira and you have to breastfeed a child for the next 6 months, after 6 months, what is the onward complementary feeding plan? The government does not even have it. Even when you go to health centers these days, you see them post all sorts of papers. Put fish, put corn, put crayfish, put maize. They'll tell you to put all of these things. Where do parents find these things? So it has become bad from hunger in the land to starvation, and from starvation to malnutrition.
Thank you so much, Tadito.
All right, let's get into it. So, people are starving. And like what she said, yeah, there's hunger in the land, there's hunger everywhere. People can't afford. For me, I think, apart from the food not being available, it's due to the fact that they're too expensive. Okay, that's why it seems like there's a shortage of this food, because people that used to buy them in bulk can't afford to buy the same amount that they used to buy before. In other words, now they have to buy small quantities that they can afford. So it's like somebody who had who could spare 2,000 naira to buy fuel back in the day when fuel was like 190. That would give the person almost 10 liters of fuel. Use that 10 liters for a couple of days, easy. But now, that same money, will only get that person about 2.5, like let's say 3 liters of fuel compared to the 10 that they used to buy before. So 3 and 10, that's a huge difference. For me, that's the problem. So it seems like there's a shortage of food, but to me, they cannot continue to buy the same amount that they used to buy before. All right? So it brings us back to the initial course of the same thing. Fuel prices. When you take out the subsidy, this will be the result. It's not rocket science, it's just common sense. And you have to have sense. Well, fortunately, these people don't have sense. Kids are hungry. Kids were hungry before now. During Buhari's tenure, people were hungry before. People eat chicken like once a year or not at all. You know, like come on. It's too much. So you expect these people to survive now. I don't know how they're going to survive. People are literally dying of hunger. It's a ticking time bomb. Anyways, let's watch the next video.
Some people go carry, some go carry one or two.
Okay, welcome back. So, people were looting food. I think that's rice or maize or whatever that is in Nema warehouse. That's what's going to happen. It's happened before. I don't know why they were expecting anything less during the COVID shutdown time when people were breaking in to warehouses that had food stuff. You know, remember that? Why are they thinking that? I mean, for me, it should have happened a long time ago. It should have happened like a couple of months ago. You know, people are starving. There's no food. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to start hijacking trailers that loaded up with like Indomie or rice or carrying stuff. The country's about to go into, you know, zombie apocalypse mode. Yeah, like The Walking Dead. People are just going to start raiding shops, raiding trailers full of stuff. Come on, man. Look at this other one in Zaria, right here.
Yanzu nan dogarawa ne gashi mutane gayi nan ka gani taliya ce gayi nan ground ce gayi nan suna iba ka gani da yawan mutane ba musulmai bane da yawan mutane ka gani musuluncin na ƙarya ne Allah ya gare ka gani sallan juma'a aka sako amma ga yana mutane baki suke shiga nan musuluncin ya zama na ƙarya ka gani ba imani ka gani ga nan nan dogarawa ne Zaria Kaduna State ga nan highway.
Yeah, that one was in Zaria. The country is falling apart bit by bit, and we are watching it happen in real time. Tinubu and the government, like the elite, they don't care about it because they are not in the same realm as you and me. They live in a different, stratosphere to us. Unfortunately, these people are stupid. They're heartless. I don't know. They expect the Nigerian people to act civilized when they're being treated like animals. Yeah, everything about Nigeria is like animal style. You're left to your own devices. Police don't give a fuck. People don't care about it. Hospitals, there's no customer service, there's no care, there's no, life to them is rubbish. The average Nigerian man's life doesn't mean anything. And for me, that is a big problem. We have to stop making ourselves see that we have value. A life, one Nigerian life matters. To them, 2-3 kids dying of hunger, that's all right. Acceptable loss. But it's not supposed to be like that. They're supposed to act today, now, on how to drop that fuel price back down to 190. That should be their sole aim. This has happened since he came into power in May or June last year, right? Can they get one of those refineries or 2 of them up and running by now? Where's the Dangote refinery? Because if we can drive back fuel price back down, people can go back to the way they were living before. That's what it is. And the way they were living before wasn't full of luxury. They were just managing their life. Managing. Minimum wage is 30,000 naira. What is that? Rubbish. That's nothing. And are they checking the profits of organizations? How much profit are these businesses or companies making that they cannot increase, the salaries of their staff members? We need to look into that as well. So a country that has no police that functions, the police department is rubbish. All they do is stand by the roadside, take money. When they need them to take action, they do rubbish. They don't arrest anyone. No politicians have been locked up. People that were eating the subsidy have not been found. The whole Nigeria is suffering because of this. Anyways, I'm tired of talking about these people, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.